Good night. Good night, St. Maarten, and welcome to your favorite online internet program, www.sxmtalk.com. And of course, I'm your host, Christopher Emmanuel. I welcome each and every one of you to the program. Call a friend, call someone, and tell them log on now to your favorite online program, SXM Talk. And of course, I want to let everyone know that we're going to have another interesting program. And of course, the whole island is sort of riveting or shaking or saddened right now with the tragic incident that happened last night, in the 40 morning of the hours, where they're saying a deranged individual, burst in the home of someone and took their 2-month-old baby and started to swing the child and slam the child on the ground, and by doing that, the child fatally was killed. And there's no words you can really put to sort of sum up how one is feeling at the moment. But all we can do here on St. Maarten Talk is extend our heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of that young toddler who just came into the world. And it sort of sends a scary feeling or shivers down your spine, because you start to question how the security in one's country. You start to question, if you have the right to protect your family by any means necessary, even if it comes to a point like that. And it makes you now want to be so much closer to your children at night, and always wondering, if they are safe and what more one can do to secure and safeguard their family. I mean, it will be, I was speaking to my engineer a while ago, and he said, because I said, to me, this gentleman should be killed, because that's the thought that comes to your mind right away. And he's saying, but everyone is saying that the gentleman is a good gentleman and something happened, so he needs to be placed in a mental institute. And I told him, I said, well, you're saying that because it's not your child. But I mean, the way how one is feeling, you don't want to question or find out. You want revenge. You want to take action. You're screaming and saying something must and should be done, because these things don't happen. But I mean, those are the things you see on television and on the big screen and in movies and make believe. But in reality, those things don't happen. But then when you think about it, you said, you know what? Yes, they do. Because I remember one time where a gentleman lit himself and his child or children on fire in a car, and people stood around and watched it happen. But it is scary and it is sad, and yeah, I was thinking about it the whole day, and it had me in sort of a very, very low and down mood. So of course we are sending out our condolences again to the family and friends of the saddened story and that young child. That's the most we can do here. But something definitely needs to be done. Awareness needs to be brought forward. And it's unfortunate that we here in St. Maarten wait until something is of tragic or tragedy for us to want actions. But again, you're in the comfort and the peace of your own home. So you're not expecting some deranged individual to bust open your door and take your child and start to swing your child all around and slam them on the ground. I mean, thinking about it, and you that have children, it makes you shiver. It seriously makes you shiver. But anyway, we're gonna move forward on our program. I didn't hear the program, so I don't really like to comment on things that I didn't hear for myself, But I had a very close friend told me that he was listening to PJD2 a Tuesday night, apparently I was on the Fernando Clark program on the friend side, and there's this gentleman by the name of Edwin Gomes, I believe. I've been trying to call him or reach him. No, I've been trying to get his number. For some reason, I can't find the email that I have with his number to call him to give me so we can talk a bit, because he was trying to reach out to me. But he also has a talk show Tuesday night, and then it's replayed Thursday night on PJD2. And someone told me they was listening to his program, and on the program he called me, or he said, he didn't call me, or he said that I am biased. I am biased because I keep, pointing my finger and sticking on T.O. and saying this and saying that and stuff like that. But like I said, I didn't hear it for myself. So to really comment on it or say or respond to it, I can't really put my words to it, because I really, really needed to hear it for myself, exactly what he meant. But I'm going to try to get that number and call him and ask him what he means. Because, yes, I stick on the topic of Tia Heiliger a lot on my talk show. And even when I go on the radio, I stick on it and I stick on it and I stick on it. And there's a reason why I keep sticking on it. And I mention him a lot over and over and over. Because I want people to see the things that he does. I want people to understand. Do not fall for the charade and the whole smoke screen and show that he portrays. Deep down, this guy don't care about St. Maarten. All he cares about is the business part of St. Maarten. And that's it. So if Edwin Gomes, think I'm biased because I'm always on his case, then yes, so be it. However, I'm going to hold my tongue and my response to you, Mr. Gomes, because, like I said, I didn't hear it for myself. So I can't really say nothing. But I'm going to find that email with your number, give you a call, and we can chit-chat a bit. But I can tell you and say one thing. Here on this program, SXM Talk, live and serious discussion on this program, I talk about and I speak about everything. I don't water it down. I don't sugarcoat it. I say it bold, black, blue, and green as it is. And I'm the only one that speak this sort of way. You guys have to water down because you affiliated with this one and that one. Yes, I'm affiliated, but I still say what I want to say, what I mean to say. That's what I do. I say it here anyway. Okay? And yes, I ain't done with him yet. I'm not done with Mr. Heiliger yet. I ain't done with him. Because I'm still traumatized. Okay? I'm still traumatized with how he brought this country and this island to its knees. But that's not what I want to focus on tonight. I want to go back in attack mode. Let me pull up my chair. I want to go back in attack mode, right? With the discriminatory actions, words of the Twitter come what is coming out of Holland. I don't know if my engineer can pull up the newspaper article that they had today concerning the Prime Minister, Sarah Westcott Williams, but they demanding that something should be done. It's taking too long and this, and again, I'm going to say it here again. Holland, you are in no position, none whatsoever. Okay? You're evil, colonial stepsister. You're wicked. You guys had colonies. You guys had slaves. You traded in human beings. You did what is being done today, human trafficking. You benefited from it. The House of Orania made $5 billion from selling black people around the world. Okay? I need you guys to understand your history. I need you guys to understand where your wealth came from. That today you can open your mouth and talk about us here in St. Maarten. Nobody else want to respond to them. I'm going to respond to you, Mr. Bossman. To you, Mr. Plastic. to you, Mr. Van Rack, and to the whole second chamber, you guys don't have a moral stick to judge St. Maarten on. I don't care how many people say, yeah, well, we are part of this, a part of that. St. Maarten is in a position they never asked for. We never asked to be a colony. We never asked for your passport. We never asked to be Dutch. We are Dutch because we are in a colonial setting. And this is what Holland needs to understand. And up to this present day, you, the House of Oranje, and the people of the Netherlands have never apologized for the wicked atrocity that you have caused black people out of Africa. That's how I'm saying it. Okay? You are responsible for the first genetic holocaust in the world. You, Holland. You. Yes, you. So, I am speaking this way in response to the things that you're saying about us in St. Maarten. We don't owe you nothing, Holland. You owe us. So slow down. Slow down. Alright? Slow down. Hold all your horses. None of you guys vote for none of us here in St. Maarten. And I'm going to say it again. Patrick Illage and Roland Duncan, they are accountable to the people of St. Maarten, not to you in Holland. So we don't care how you feel. We don't care that the budget cuts going to affect the investigation. We don't care. It's none of your business. Keep out of our political fair. Keep out of it. Mind your business, Holland. And leave the people of St. Maarten judge, ostracize, castrate, okay, or uphold, or take back, or vindicate the two individuals if they find it fit. It is none of Holland's business whatsoever. And I made my point here with our nasty and filthy attitude in regards to us here in St. Maarten, a den of thieves, corruption of this. And this is the reason why Mr. Gomes, Edwin Gomes, I am so hard on Tia Heidegger, because he is the reason why we have the Dutch calling us all these sort of names. Because he released the tape. That's why the Dutch is speaking this way to us here in St. Maarten. But again, I come back to the point. Bosman, Plastic, Van Rack, all of you guys in the second chamber, I didn't hear those sort of comments coming out of your mouth when the prosecutor here in St. Maarten planted drugs in the car. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it when Cormax tapped the phone because he was getting a horn. I didn't hear it. He burned down alleged the prosecutor's office. I didn't hear these things come out of the Dutch newspaper. I didn't see nothing in the Telegraph talking about how the prosecutors from Holland and St. Maarten is so corrupt. I didn't hear it from you guys. What about when the prosecutor almost knocked down the police officer and drove off? Didn't stop. Huh? I heard nothing from you guys in Holland. Nothing. I didn't hear you guys saying that we have some Dutch prosecutors in St. Maarten and they are so corrupt and they're a den, okay, of wolves in sheep clothing. I didn't hear it. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why we're going to keep bringing up these terms that you don't like to hear, like apartheid. Apartheid is a Dutch word for everybody in the world who don't know. Apartheid is a Dutch word. All right? So when you hear apartheid throughout the world, know that it came from Holland. Know that it came from Dutch people. Township and steads are Dutch words. Just ask South Africa about those sort of things. Ask the Indonesians about those sort of things. Okay? No, I mean, this is not a discussion we want to have. We don't want to be talking this sort of way, but you have to remind The Hague, you have to remind Dutch people, you have to remind these politicians that you guys are racist. So, again, the worst set of atrocities that happened in this world, hundreds and thousands of people that died in South Africa, was because of you, the Dutch. Apartheid. Apartheid in the United States, apartheid in Indonesia, apartheid in India came from you, the Dutch. So again, I'm going to say it. You are in no position morally to speak or judge here in St. Maarten. But if you want to, and you think you should, judge your prosecutors that give preferential treatment to people of their same color, their creed, and their race, because there is proof on the books to show how that is being done. Okay? So if you want to judge, judge your own. Don't think that because we're all in this kingdom, we forgot and it doesn't exist. No. It is still in our minds. You may have some black people who want to say it's time to forgive and forget. Not me. You need to be reminded. And why you need to be reminded? Because of your tongue and your tone towards the politicians and the people of St. Maarten. Let the people of St. Maarten deal with their own business. It is St. Maarten business to sanction Roland Duncan, to sanction Patrick Illich if they want to. Because we are the ones that should hold them accountable, not you. So I'm going to say it again to all you Dutch people in Parliament, in the Tweede Kamer. Mind your business and keep out of St. Maarten affairs. And yes, independence by 2020. That's my point. I have to stick on for you Dutch people. All right, it's like again, here it is. You're up in The Hague, up in Holland, and you're looking on this small little island, and you feel you can say what you want to us, and we must swallow it. You want to know what the Prime Minister going to do? That's not your business. It is our business. But wait a minute. How come this article ain't come up yet? I mean, you can't find the article? The article from the Herald? Yeah, man, type it in. Go on Google, type in the Daily Herald, and click on it and bring up this article because I want to read it in full, right? But everyone out there, I hope you got your hands on the newspaper, the Daily Herald newspaper. There's an article talking about, there's two articles. One where the Dutch say they fear that the budget cuts would affect the Orca investigation. And again, here comes the discriminatory and racist connotation coming over. You, the Dutch, put the CFT in place. And the CFT said, cut 25 million from the budget. And so, we have to cut 25 million from the budget for it to be approved by the CFT. Now you're coming, you're talking about you're worried about the cuts? You're worried about the cuts? What you're worried for is you that want 25 million to be cut from the budget. Again, you're all up in our grill. We just tell you what to do with your budget. We don't tell Holland what to do with their budget. But you see what happened? I'll tell you what is sort of the how should I say it? That's scratching, you know, when something you got that scratching, you can't reach it, but it's bothering you and you just want to scratch. St. Maarten is that little scratch. It's like a thorn on the side of Holland because they look at St. Maarten. And this is why the city of St. Maarten people, we have a lovely island. Love your place. Because they expected us to fail. They expected us to roll over and play dead. They expected us to come crawling to the house of Orania begging for money. That's what they expected. But they see that we're moving and we're rolling. Yes, we got hiccups. Yes, we're going to make mistakes. But like every country, we are no different. But you see this paradise here? This is what they want to grab. Because they wanted us to be part of the best. So then they could have run the administration out of St. Maarten. Again, Again, they are coming back with their colonial, evil, nasty sort of ways. All right? But St. Maarten is proven to be strong. St. Maarten is proven to weather the tides. St. Maarten is proven to hold on to the waves and the sails and steady in that boat. Yes, the rudder may slip out of the hands now and again. Okay? Yes, the ship may be lacking stern and firm leadership. All right? But the people of the country have the oars and they are rowing. They are rowing. They are rowing. Yes. Yes. We may have a lack of direction, but they are keeping that ship sturdy and they are rowing because we believe in our country. We don't need you, Holland. So get that straight. We don't need you. All right? So now let me bring it back now. Let me bring it back home. And again, Mr. Gums, I know you're going to like it, but I want to tee you back again. Okay? Because it is hard to believe that you would have political leaders out there who don't love their country and would do such a nasty thing to bring the country down just because they want to be in government. And so I'm going to keep sticking on the story over and over. I'm going to keep mentioning the story over and over. Frankie, you saw the tape in November. The tape was made in September. 2 months space, 2 months span. So I could imagine you guys try your blackmail during that time and it couldn't work. That's why you could have opened your mouth and say the government ain't going to last until December because you thought that tape would have pulled you back and bring you back in. But your Nostradamus crystal ball did not work. You're still on the outside. And the sucking salt part is what you don't like. And that's good for you guys. Yes, Mr. Gums. That's how I speak here. Because these individuals released a tape that brought St. Maarten. Now they try to bring St. Maarten down. They try to bring St. Maarten down. You see? Good. Now, let me switch to this topic here now. I want to bring him a partner, but I know he didn't want to come on. Dollarization. And again, here we have the board, or we have the advice committee, we have the SET, or whatever they are calling themselves, with these individuals on it. I would like to know who are all the individuals on this advice committee, the SET. Who are the individuals? So I know a few of them, but I'm going to do my research, and we're going to be back here Friday, God spare. And I'm going to call out the names of all these individuals because they are saying, dollarize now, dollarize right away. And I am saying to the SET, stop talking stupidness. Go and do your research. And dollarize for what? What is wrong with a guilder? Nothing is wrong with a guilder. And all of us, and many people, not me, have the notion that when you dollarize, if you're making 2,000 guilders now, mean you're going to make $2,000. No, it will not happen. They're going to make the conversion. You're not going to make the same. They're going to do it in equivalent to what it means. But you have these people in them trying to make it sound as if dollarization is such a good thing. Okay? America is in debt. $263 trillion in debt. They are just printing money. The only thing that has America going is their military might. That's it. And even that is being shaken now and again. And you're talking about we must dollarize. When we dollarize, we have to pay America to use their own currency. When you dollarize, you have no say whatsoever over your currency. You have no say. And it is not your currency. So whether inflation goes up or down, you have no say. And when you dollarize, we have the most central bank. Do you know how many people will be out of a job? So what kind of advice are you giving this government, the SET? Have you guys done your research? And I mean, again, what is it that qualifies you guys to be given advice? What is it that qualifies you guys to be given advice? And I want to know, how much are you guys being paid? Because if you guys are being paid, then the people of St. Maarten deserve change. Because that type of advice does not worth the money. We want our money back. Why should we dollarize? Give us reasons. Give us benefits. You can't come with none. And then you have the ridiculous individuals saying that you can use the money all over the world. All over the world where? Who told you that? I had an individual call me and tell me they went to Angola and Angola refused to take the guilders. But of course Angola will refuse to take your guilders. Guilders is not acceptable in Angola. It is not an Angolan currency. It is not EC. So how you want to go Angola and use guilders? You can't go Holland and use dollars either. So people of St. Maarten, wake up. Okay? Dollarization going to benefit the rich, not you. So again, I'm going to call out the names of these individuals on the what's the name of what's the name of the advice committee? What's the name? Say it. What it stand for? What it stand for? No, you don't know? None of them in the studio know what it means. Alright? But again, St. Maarten, here is where I'm asking you guys to wake up. Wake up and ask these questions. Send out articles to the newspaper. Call in on talk shows. Ask to be voiced over on the news. And ask these sort of questions. What's the benefits and the pros of cons of dollarizing? What? Argentina dollarizing. They had $10 billion in debt in 5 to 6 years. They haven't. They move away from the dollarization, and their debt has been reduced. Huh? China own America right now. America's indebted to China. And you're talking about we must dollarize? Because it's one of the most stable currencies where I have never heard about the Great Depression with a guilder. America had a Great Depression. The dollar was worthless. The guilder is one of the most stable currency in the Caribbean. The most stable currency in the Caribbean. In addition to that, it is our money. But you have these wise crackers that come from where they come from, and politically they get to be put on a board. Alright? They ain't really solving the whole community at large. They're just appeasing their political friend or who put them there. And you must dollarize, and dollarize now. Dollarize right away. No, said. Stop your crap. Don't think and feel that only you went to school and we don't understand nothing. I'm so disappointed in you guys. I don't think you should be paid for this type of service. As a matter of fact, the whole said board should be disbanded. It shouldn't be existing anymore. We don't want that type of advice. None. But again, the people of St. Maarten, yes, the social economics rat. The people need to know who you guys are. They need to know who the individuals on the board. Who are these individuals? Who are them? And I'm going to come back here and call out their names. Okay? And I'm going to show you guys the connections that they have to certain political parties where they are aligned. And you're going to understand why they're saying dollarize now. Dollarize right away. But they can't give you reasons and explanations as to why and how it's going to benefit. There's an internal struggle between St. Maarten and Curacao. Let us deal with it. Give us our portion of the central bank and our monies and our resources. Okay, in terms of our gold bullion or whatever we have. And let us run our own stuff ourselves. Let us run our own stuff ourselves. Take away the Antillean from the guilder, all right, and put the Dutch Caribbean guilder. Okay? the DCG. Keep our same flamingo on it, keep our same pelican on it, keep our same hummingbird on it, and let us continue to function. Come on. Why must we be so kindergarten and why must we be so childish? Why must we be so stupid? Let us work these things out and start thinking for the benefit and the best of the country. Politically put those allegiance away. But I'm going to find out these names and you guys are going to see, okay, who these individuals are. And you're going to understand why. This is the reason why I say we don't want their advice. Okay? We don't want their advice. As a matter of fact, I think they all should resign from the board right now, right away. Just like how you think we should dollarize now, I think I should resign now, right away. Because we don't need that kind of advice, because that kind of advice is damaging to St. Maarten. We don't want to dollarize, but dollarize now. And again, here's where I'm charging our members of parliament to come again and explain these sort of things to the people. Say something to us. Let us know what is going on. Okay? I want to see who they are. Okay? I have a few names in there. Because I know Rennie Richardson is the chairman. Again, DP. Okay? Dwight Williams. Again, DP. Okay? Elaine Glum Vlon. I think she's NA? SPA? Or was, or something like that. But anyway, okay? These individuals, and again, right? Dwight Williams is a young little chap, but he had advisory board, a political appointment, a DP appointment. Renee, a DP appointment. These guys and them don't have no sort of expertise in terms of giving advice on behalf of a country. They ain't got no schooling for that. Which one are you holding? An Erasmus, some sort of doctorandus or something to give advice? What's your years of experience? What is it? What strategy are you using? How is the benefit? Because Dwight works in a bank? But I'm going to leave it so, because I can't get personal. But I'm going to call out the names of all these individuals come Friday, God's spare. Come Friday, God's spare. I'm so disappointed in this group. As a matter of fact, I don't think it should exist, period. That's the reason why we are spending and wasting money on all these sort of organizations that is just there for prestige and show. Ridiculous. And we are spending hundreds and thousands of guilders on these individuals to give us this kind of cracker advice. Okay? Crap advice. Anyway, St. Maarten people, again, we'll be back here on Friday. Take care of yourself. God bless each and every one of you guys. Goodbye.
There was a time when people dare not utter a word. There was a time when people were in the dark and searching for accurate information. Just when all hope is lost and frustration hangs in the balance, XSM Talk emerges and broke the silence. Join host Christopher Emmanuel for live and serious discussions and hard talk.